Good morning, Night City! Yesterday's body count watering roundabout was solid and sturdy, 30, and out of Haywood. Thanks to unabated gang wars, one officer down, so I guess you're all screwed! Spokeswoman for the NCPD. Hi there. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Ziggy.
Oh my god, I just started talking for a minute there and I wasn't recording. I'm so annoyed at myself. Basically, I'll start again. Oh my god, there was a guy there on the video, basically bought heat sinks. He's crafting the specs for heat sinks. I'm just watching that to find out if it was possible to get that. And it turned, but he seems to, he crafted a common version multiple times, and then he got a rare version, and he was surprised, and he was a bit annoyed that he didn't get a legendary version. And I was amazed. I didn't realize that that was even a thing. I thought if you craft a common version, you only get the common version. If you craft a rare version, you only get a rare version. But the way he's talking here, and the fact that he did get a rare version when he's crafting a common, it makes me think that it's a random chance thing. But then I realized, just before I realized my mic wasn't on, maybe it's a perk. It could be a perk that allows you, I saw things like about getting things free and stuff, like craft one, get one free or something. Maybe it's a perk or something that allows you to craft. And I wonder if he does have that ability, does he have to have this installed first? Okay, it looks like this is going to be another video of me just experimenting. Oh my god. The last video, geez, yeah, I was testing the Biomonder, which was basically pretty temperamental. So hold on, right. What can I do here? I could, well, first of all, I could craft this. I could craft something, right? I could craft something common. And then just keep crafting it. I don't have any unities in my thing at the moment, so that will make it easier to see the difference. So I will just keep crafting this and see what happens. I imagine I know what's going to happen. It's all going to be commons. I'll just keep doing it for a bit longer anyway, just to see. The inventory. And it's all just commons. Just like I expected. Now maybe, just maybe, if I go to crafting, if I go to, sorry, I mean, what am I doing? If I go to Grease Monkey, can allow me to do epics, which is one that allows me to do rares. Maybe if I... You know what, to put this one on as well. Up to 12. You know, put it all the way up to 18. You know, all the way up to 18. I kind of don't expect it to do this. I don't expect it to craft me any legendaries or rares. But I don't know. He's crafting a common and then surprised. Or he seems totally normal with the fact that he got a rare, and he seems a bit annoyed that he didn't get a legendary. So I don't know. Maybe this crafting spec allows you to craft from a common and still have a chance of getting a better version. Let me see. Maybe that, if that's how you, if that is a thing, maybe that's how, maybe getting those things would probably be a prerequisite, I imagine, and a requirement. So let me try it again. Somewhere, where is it? Inventory. I'm so hungry I can't think straight. I'm trying to go to crafting. Me. Right. Okay, try again. This time to try this one. I mean, I don't think it's gonna craft me a legendary or anything. I mean, I think that's the point, isn't it? It's like, that's why you have blue and green and, you know, different... I mean, for example, no, that's not a Lexington, that's a Dying Light, which is the same as a different version of a Lexington, but... I mean, I don't know, I'll just keep crafting this, and you never know. Maybe, I hope it does, you know, it'd be kind of cool if it does. Though on the other hand, it means that when I'm playing the actual game, I'm going to have to be pretty, it's going to be pretty random, you know, if I want to get a certain weapon. But it also means that, you know, I don't have to look around for a crafting spec of this particular weapon. If it does turn out I can get better versions. I kind of don't expect it to work, though. Maybe it's something that they used to have and they patched or something. It just doesn't seem like something that would work. But yeah, I'm watching it right on the internet here and it's working, so I don't know what to think. I'll click and see what happens. Lexington, common. Let me see. Common. Yeah, it doesn't work. So I don't know what this guy's doing on the internet. Why is he... He doesn't seem surprised that he got a different color. Maybe he's crafting a mod, a Sandivision heatsink. So, Sandivision heatsink. Maybe it works differently with mods or something? Anyway, that doesn't work. Unless there's a perk. Let me look around again. Let me check if there's any perks I didn't... Up 10% chance to upgrade an item for free. 20% chance to craft an item for free. Allows you to upgrade lower quality components into higher ones? How does that work? I guess you just go to crafting, upgrades. Oh wait. Interesting. So I could theoretically craft. I mean, it's easier just to buy them, I think. It's probably just easier just to buy them, but I could, if I run out. Bloody hell. I could craft loads of... Well, if I'd realized that in my side saves, I could have... Let me see, I can craft 136 for 1,224. Or rather just look at the most basic version. I can craft. Sorry, what is happening? Why isn't it asking me for an amount anymore? One costs for 9 of those. Costs 1 of those. Right. Okay. So, well, yeah, it's a good way. That's an okay way of doing it. If you need some of them in the moment, but it's probably better just to buy them. I don't know. Saves you a perk point, you know. I mean, these perk points are quite important. Yeah, that's true. I mean, those perk points can be quite. You know, don't get a lot of them from what I've seen so far. And just assembling enemy, yeah, and like. That would be a good one. Well, I just said it'd be a good one, but as I said, the eddies are so easy to come by that you could just buy as many component perk. So in a way, I don't know, it's a waste. It might be a waste of a perk point. But it might be good at the early stages, and then you can always reset your points and put them in again or something. I don't know. There's so many ways you can do this. It drives me crazy at times. Like I had to write. I realized earlier on I have to start writing some of this stuff down. It's like bloody hell. I can't remember all the questions I have and all the variations and all the possibilities and all the possible builds. Increase the effect duration from consumables. Crafted clothes gain 5% more over. Disassembling items grants 20% chance to kill. I don't see anything about rarity so far. Reduces component cost of crafting items by 15%. Oh, that's crafting, and that's where is it again? And that's upgrading. I hate the way these perks are so scattered. I just wish they put them in a nice line. You know, if that's about, put that one right beside that one, because they're both very similar. Make it clear. It's the same for every perk skill tree in this game. They put things like that are very similar and put them miles apart. It's annoying. Grenades, junk, grants a 20%. No, I don't see anything there about moving up, like crafting a common and chances of it crafting a. But the way this guy's talking, I'm thinking there must be a perk. I must have missed it there. The way this guy on the internet's not surprised that he crafted a rare from a common. Makes me think there must be a perk that says chance to, like 10% chance to craft a higher item than the crafting spec that you're using thing. I mean, I'm looking for something like that here. Who's telling me? No. 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 I don't see anything like that there. Oh wait, what's this? No. Increases the sale price of items by 10%. No, I mean that's not. Could be something here. Oh my god! Unlocks crafting specs for rare weapons, weapon mods, and clothing. I've been wondering why I have such limited. I don't seem to ever find anything really that amazing when it comes to crafting specs. Wait, but that's only rare. Like, you really have to go up the tree, don't you, before it starts allowing you to. I mean, you'd have to have the perk anyway to craft anyway, so I guess it makes sense. I'm a wee bit, to be honest, I'm still confused what it means by unlocking crafting spec. I don't know what that actually means. I was happy to see it, and then I realized I don't fully know what it means. Unlocking crafting spec for rare weapons, weapon mods, and clothing. Does that simply mean that in the game world, you'll come across those more often? I mean, I have come across some crafting spec. Like, for example, here's an example. The max stock. I only ever come across the common crafting spec for that. So maybe it means maybe if I have the crafting spec for that already, having that will allow me to... Why don't you just keep crafting stuff and then find out? My points should go up. Let me just check that again. Crafting. I've got 1,440 out of 2,048. Unlocks crafting spec for rare weapons, weapon mods, and clothing. So let me just check. This is what I've got so far. Look at that max stock, for example. I mean, I never seem to have a better version of that. Or do I? Or am I mixing up? Or am I getting mixed up here? Do I have a better version of that? No, I don't. Maybe if I get that upgrade to the crafting, suddenly more options will appear. I should take a wee snapshot of what I have available to me. You know what, I'll just take a 15-second video since it's a rolling down thing. Right. Okay, and then just see if upgrade... I'll just keep crafting stuff then. I guess I'm assuming if I craft a common... I got 60 XP versus, let's see. Ah, that's a lot, yeah, that's a lot better. And now I'm up to level 5, that wasn't as hard as I thought. Okay, I thought that would take a wee while, but it took about 5 seconds. Okay, so now let's see. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? So, now I'm up to level 5, so I've got that. Sometimes in this crafting thing you need to come out of the pause menu. Wait, did that just say new? I'm a bit confused. I know, I'm a bit confused to be honest. I'll do that 15-second video thing again. No, wait, first, in case they have, some things might not have appeared in the menu yet, because I've noticed that before in the past where some things don't appear. Like, a crafting spec, for example, when you upgrade one of these, the orange version doesn't appear. Why do I have the orange version? Oh, right, because I just crafted the purple version. Right, I'll just go in and out of the menu. Back in again. Just in case there was more things but they didn't show up. And I'll do a 15-second video just to compare that last video I did. Last 15 seconds. Right, before I watch the video, I just want to look myself, is there anything I notice? I mean, there's all those new things, right? But why those things? Which is, why that particular weapon? Why that particular weapon? Why that weapon but not some other weapon? I don't really know what that's about. Why a bra thing? Well, you can't even test it on unless you craft it. But why that and not a million other? There's a million other types of clothing, so why those specific ones? That's what's confusing me here. And this happened with another thing a couple of weeks ago. I was testing the crafting builds, and I think it might be random. I think in that scenario, I went back to an earlier save, did it again, and I think it was quick hacks or something. And no, it wasn't quick hacks. I don't know what it was, but I think it was these things, mods and stuff. It might be randomized. maybe I don't. Maybe you don't always get the pulsar and this knife or something. Huh. But no, I'm not seeing any max dock, which is the problem. I mean, you can get much better max docks, but I never fucking have them. Pardon my friends. Where's... Yeah, I don't know. The things that I've gotten new here seem to be pretty random and, like... I mean, don't get me wrong, Pulsar is good, but I can't remember, that's the Buzzsaw version of it. But still, there's a million other weapons. I'll look back at the videos. Maybe it's because I had a green version of this or something. I wasn't really paying attention. I'll look back at the videos and then hopefully that will make me understand if there's a pattern to this. A little bit confused. Let's see, do I have a rare version of that? Do I have a rare version of that? No, see that? I thought maybe for a second by looking at the video there, it's like, oh right, maybe it's going up. Like if I had one of these, well then maybe I have a rare one now. It's like, no, I don't. Though I guess it's giving me... It's pretty random. I mean, I've got a common buzzsaw here, but now I've got a rare one. But I've also got a common, thingy. And I've got a... That's weird. I thought I had a uncommon version of that. I have to look at that video again. No, I didn't have an uncommon version of that. But, so it doesn't seem to enhance the things that you already have. But I guess that's good in a way, because then I guess what it does give you is different from what you already have, so it's more variety. But it's still... I think it might be random, because I did a test a couple of weeks ago, as I said, and I can't remember, I think it was with mods or something, and I don't remember what the hell I was doing, I can't remember anymore, I'm hungry. But I remember 3 things appeared, and it said new beside them, and they were in blue or something. Then I went back to another state, did the same thing, and then like I got 5 things instead, and they all said new. So maybe, I mean, I'm getting hungrier here, I can't really be bothered to like do that again. Oh boy. I'm just gonna Google it, like what exactly does it mean? I know it's opened up some crafting specs. I can see that. It's opened up some of those ones. The buzzsaw appeared, something else there appeared. But why those specific ones? Is there a way to... Will it mean I'll come across those more specs in the actual game world? So I'm just gonna type this into the internet. There's so many things in this game. It's easier just to type them in sometimes. It's quicker. my god, I didn't have the mic on. I did it again, I didn't have the mic on. Oh my god, I've been talking for 5 minutes and didn't have the mic on. Basically, I need to kill myself in the game because... Load game. Because I'm a bit OCD, I don't really need to do this, but basically I've been playing for something like 300 hours, but it only says 183 hours, but that's because of side saves and times where I played for a bit, then went back to an earlier save. But I realized, just like Horizon Zero Dawn, if you die, that's why I blew myself. I was running around looking for bad guys to kill me there, and I was talking about how Arasaka is an empty building now for some reason, just letting anybody walk into it. And then I was saying, basically, oh yes, a grenade can kill me. So anyway, so basically, if I save now, it should add to that 183.27. It should keep that time as long as you kill yourself and don't go back to the save without killing yourself. So let me see. So if I save game now, let's just save over that, I guess. I'll just save over this one. No, it didn't work. That's very curious. That should have worked. I don't understand. Unless you have to load up the most recent save and not one that's way back down for the list. That's a bit weird. I thought that would have worked. I think it must be a most recent save thing. Maybe it's done that way to make the times more accurate for saves. I don't know. Alright, so you can't actually add on to the clock doing it that way. Though I probably could now that that's my most recent save. Probably. No, if I was to grenade myself again... Yeah, it's probably from your most recent save. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it factors in what you've done since that save. Where those saves are all before that, so the computer doesn't factor in what you've done since those saves because that save's already something that you've done since those saves. So it must only factor in what you've done from the most recent save. Yeah, that must be how it works then, okay. So now that that's my most recent save, I would imagine if I just sat there for an hour, blew myself up with some grenades, then it would then went back to this save, it would add an hour onto that. That must be how it works. Okay, right. So anyway, I hope you heard the bit where I was talking about crafting. Anyway, no, you wouldn't have heard that bit, would you? The mic was still on. Off, I mean. So, basically, the question is, I have to put my character up again. Technical, crafting. I just need to get my crafting skill up again. Basically, I don't understand how this works. It says, unlocks crafting specs for rare weapons, weapon mods, and clothing. Let me just scroll through it. I basically don't know how it works. It gave me crafting specs, I understand that, but I don't understand why it gave me those specific ones. I tested a couple of weeks ago, I think it might be random. I think it might be just random specs, which is what I'm going to test now. But before I test that, I just want to have a wee look. What? Okay, number 7 for Epic. Wait, did I miss one? Okay, and 12 for Legendary. I'm going to write that down, sorry. Yeah, and that kind of makes sense because, I was worried it was going to be way up here because it takes so long to build these things. I guess it makes sense it to be level 12 because it takes a wee while to get to this. So by the time, because once you've got this, you might not even have the points to actually craft it. But anyway, so now I just want, wait, another perk I want to check. I'm writing in stuff now to the computer to make it easier for me to remember. There was something here. Tech weapon charge time. I need to write that down. That. Oh, I don't know what level that takes because I've already opened it. I think it's level 16 or 18. Oh, it's 18, I remember now. I'll just write it down. 18 charge time. Okay, I'm just writing down now the literally body, reflexes, tech, and then writing what I actually want. What are my favorite things to put in each? Why do I want to put points in the body, for example? Like I keep forgetting, you know. There's so many different variations. I keep forgetting which is what things were. And also there's different variations of cyber mods, so I've written a little space between that and then written things for the mods itself. Like for example, bioconductor needs points, needs 12, 15 and 18 respectively. Points in body for its different rarities. So I wish I'd written this down ages ago, because I've been going about this game completely confused. I just keep forgetting what I'm doing. I just keep thinking, wait, there's something I want to put into that. Wait, there's something I want to put into that. No, what is it again? Is it handguns? Oh, wait, where's the shotguns? Is it over here? It's like, no, wait, shotguns is over here, isn't it? And it's like, wait, you can move fast in something. Something allows you to move fast. And it's like, which one is it again? It's like, oh yeah, that's the cold blood. And it's like, no, wait, but it's also the athletics. But sometimes I don't remember, and it's worse than that. I'm literally just stuck going, scratching my head going, just standing there for 10 minutes looking at it going, don't remember. So, yes, I should have written it down ages ago. I only wrote it down today, and it's already making my life easier. It's already making this game a lot easier just having it all written down beside me. So that's good. What am I doing? Right, so I'm going to craft stuff to get that up. It shouldn't take more than 5 seconds, because I got the legendary, so I'll just craft this. Let's craft that. Alright, I didn't press it long enough. Oh, I just got a trophy there, even though it's a side save. Which it obviously doesn't know it's a side save, so... Right, now I got that unlocked. Let's see what's new. Okay, nothing's new just yet. I have to have to switch out of it and then go back in, I imagine. It is indeed the same stuff as before. Which is pretty random, because that just seems like such a random top, and that seems like such a random top, and... was there a Nova before? Let me check in the side save. I mean the video. That's interesting. There was a Nova, sorry. It's the same stuff as before, but a couple of weeks ago I don't remember, as I keep saying, but I did a similar test with something, and it gave me different ones. I'm kind of glad that it's not random, because that makes it maybe easier to Google or something. Like, I could Google why those specific weapons. Like, I just need to know why, you know? Why that? Is that a good weapon? I think that is a good weapon, actually. Look at, if I can remember correctly, yes, that's got amazing damage. That is a good weapon. That's good to know. I can get one of those for free use, or not for, well, for sort of like for free, by using the craftsman thing. So that's a good weapon. I used the common version of that or something the other day, and it was pretty sweet. It just knocked them all back from a distance with one shot. So yep, that's a nice one. No, I mean, I like close combat, but still, it's still nice to have that. So I mean, at least it gives some weapons that I like. I like the Lexington, though I think the Lizzie's better. No, I think the Lexington charges a bit faster than the Lizzie. But whatever. Let me see. The buzzsaw, I'm starting to forget. There's so many different submachine guns I'm starting to forget. But I think my favorite submachine gun is the Aracata or something it's called. And also the smart weapon ones. One thing I'm very confused about is, why don't I have a crafting spec for... This is one of the tests I was doing. This is one of the tests I was doing. I can't remember what save. Was it this one? Was it this location? I was checking something here. No, I think it might have been a different... Like... I'm just making sure I have. There's iconic. I think I have all the crafting spec for iconics. I think. Oh, there's so many damn weapons here. I wish the iconic had like an. I wish it had like a symbol beside it. I'm trying to do this by memory, but I'm very hungry, which is making it very hard to think. I'm pretty sure I've got. I'm pretty sure I've got the crafting spec for that. The Congo or something. And the Chaos. What other iconics do I have? I've also got iconic knives like the cocktail stick and the katana thing. I should check those too. So again, this video is, I was going to play the game, get back to the mission with Panan, but instead more experiments like usual. I've got the cocktail stick, I've got the cotton mouth. Okay. So I'm assuming I got the crafting spec for all those things. I'm assuming. And then the Congo, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm getting hungry, so it's getting harder to remember. Seriously, that's how I feel in my brain. Like a broken robot. I cannot think anymore. So, I should have the crafting spec. Yeah, I do have the crafting spec for that. And I do have the crafting spec for the cotton mouth. And I do have this crafting spec for the scalp. Is that a iconic? I do. That is an iconic. If that's an iconic, why did I not see it there? I didn't. I might have thrown it. I might have sold it by accident. Oh, I sold it by accident, didn't I? I think I thought I only had one iconic scalpel. I mean, katana, I think I might have sold that a couple of weeks ago. Or it might have been a year and a half ago. I don't know. Or maybe I'm holding it. Is that possible? Oh, I'm holding it. I didn't sell it, then that's alright. I remembered better. I remembered more clearly for a second. I was experimenting with it, so actually, no, I didn't sell it. So I've got all the crafting spec for that. That's great. But what I don't have the crafting spec is this one. Because I picked up the legendary version of it, it does not seem to have given me the crafting spec for it. And that is a real bummer. But maybe if I pick up... No, I don't understand that. That it's basically, usually what happens is you pick up like a version of a weapon, and then you get the crafting spec for the next version of it. So if you pick up a blue, you'll get the crafting spec for the pink, for the purple. You pick up a purple, you get the crafting spec for the orange. But because I didn't know though, if you pick up an orange, yellowy orange color, then you don't get the crafting spec for the... Like, what the fuck? That sucks if that's the case. That means I can't get crafting bonuses from that weapon. I mean, it doesn't suck. I mean, it just, if you're OCD like me and you want everything to be kind of exact perfect or something, it's like, that's a little bit of a disappointment. I'm still miles away from, I mean, I have to factor in realistically, am I really going to craft every single weapon? I've been playing this game for 300 hours and I'm starting to realize, do I want to play it for another 700 hours? I mean, like, that's a long time. I mean, do I really want to craft every single possible thing or something? Well, at least every weapon. Well, I'd like to craft all my favorite weapons and get them in legendaries. Like the Unity I don't like, so I don't care about that so much. I think that's the way I should do it. It's just craft what I want. The ones that I like the most, get them in legendaries. But it just bugs me a little that maybe there is a way to do it. But I think once you pick up an iconic, I don't think you can pick it up again, so I don't know how to pick... I don't know exactly how I would manufacture a crafted version of this particular... What's it called? Prototype Shingen Mark 5? Legendary iconic? Yeah, I don't get that at all, really. So, anyway, crafting spec. I could see what other things open up for. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, I sometimes feel like I'm cheating doing this, but you know, it's good to know. It's good to know. So I just keep I might not have enough points. Actually, I might not have enough crafting components to keep doing this. I could make it so that I can craft crafting components. No, I've already ran out of components. It's going to take all day doing it that way. Forget about it. I was going to check what happens when you get to, you know, was it 12 I said? Yeah, I was going to, that would take so many crafting components to be able to keep doing that, so screw it. Or wait, I could check just to see how quick it goes if I just craft something common. Or something like this or something. I would need the actual perk. I don't have enough components anyway. I do have enough components for that, so... This is going to take a while. And as it goes up, it gets even tinier as you go up. Okay, I think screw that. I'll go up one more point just to see how tiny it gets. I think I'd probably I don't think I'd make it anyway. I wouldn't have enough components to make it to the whole way to 12 anyway. And now it's even tinier. Increments of increase. Incremental increases. Yes, screw that. So... Oh, but I did open up this or something. Shit, I'm confused. 7, OI 7 opens up epic crafting. Hold on. Okay, so that's new, and that's new. That doesn't appear to be new. I'm gonna have to go back into the save and check. What's this one? SOR22? Do I remember what that is? Have I seen this before, this weapon? Let me just check something. I know for iconics, if I craft an iconic, I get a golden one. I get a golden crafting spec, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't work the same for the... So it's kind of random, you know. I thought you'd be given the same weapons or something. You get an epic... Let me just craft that just to see. Just to see... Oh no, I don't have enough components. There's a quick way to get components. Character? Bloody hell, me. This is taking all day and I haven't eaten my food yet. Oh no, which one was it? Crafting, so I'm looking for... I can remember, I'm looking for those purple thingies, so that means I have to go to the blue thingies. Do I have the blue thingies? I just forgot what I'm trying to craft. I just forgot again. I'm so hungry. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I crafted those, but I used those to craft it, so I mean, oh my goodness, pointless. Oh, Widowmaker. Wait, what? That's not the same weapon I was looking at a second ago, is it? Oh, it's moved position, right, okay. No, I know I had the Widowmaker, but... Perfect opportunity to go back and perfect opportunity to go back and save. Wait, let myself die first with the grenades. perfect opportunity to test this. This thing. I'm pretty sure this works. I've tested it before. I just never blew myself up though. So if I load this and then save, it should be a good few minutes later than the other save before it. But I think if I'd loaded up the save before, then it wouldn't work. I think it has to be the most recent save. I really don't know. I shouldn't play these games when I'm hungry. I do this every day. I starve myself for the first half of the day for some reason. I don't know why. I just can't be bothered to eat. Oh, I mean save game. Yeah, it added the minutes on that time. So I'm thinking it has to be the most recent save, but I'm not 100% sure now because I'm getting so hungry I literally don't remember. So, if I did it right, maybe I did it wrong the first time. So, oh no. Wait, what? Oh, that's not right. No, if I loaded up the game, then I shouldn't have 18... Wait, what? If I loaded up the... Maybe it also includes your perks? I'm getting so hungry that I don't remember what I just did. But that definitely is not what I meant to do. Or, I mean, it shouldn't have the points added on. No, that can't be right. I think I know what's happened. I think I might have loaded an autosave. Yeah, and I went back in the video there. That's exactly what happened. I loaded up an autosave. So, let me try this. This is an opportunity again to test if grenades do indeed work to previous saves before the most recent save. There's a time thing. I forgot what I'm saying. Anyway, so, do it again. Load game. It's time the manual save. Make sure everything's still the same as usual. Yeah, and then save. If it has to be most recent save, then it probably won't work. So that's 8346. I'll save over that one, I guess. No, it doesn't. It must be the most recent save for that thing to work. Okay, so before I have to upload here, what do I have to do again? I have to increase this up to 18. I've actually forgot what I'm trying to do. I think it was that weapon, wasn't it? I wanted to see something about it. I can't even remember. Again, too hungry to recall things. I'm just doing them now with basic memory functions. It's like, I sort of know what I'm doing, I'll just keep doing it until it comes back to me. So that was already there. So what I need to do is craft this. And that's going to take a lot of components. And I won't have enough components to craft this again. Which defeats the purpose. Or not this, sorry, but the other thing that I want to craft. Well, you know what, I'll craft it anyway, just to do that same experiment I did earlier on. Where it shows you where I want to see if the same weapons appear, basically. So I guess I'll craft something else that I can craft. True craftsman. Put on true craftsman to make it a bit easier. So I need to get this up to 7. Oh, I didn't even have enough components. That didn't last long. Okay, common then. 160. What if it's still 160? What if it's 160 for a knife? No, it's a wee bit lower for a knife. What is it for this? Oh, you can... Oh, that got me up to level 7 quite quickly. And what is it? What? 36 for that, just. Okay, so back up to level 7. And yes, it seems to be the same things. That could be snapshot. Seems to be the same stuff as I got the last time. Just like it was when I did that test earlier on. So the SOR22. Can't craft it, don't have enough components, but I feel like I've seen that weapon before, but I don't remember it. Is it a shotgun? What is it? Power precision rifle. Oh, nice. Okay. Wait, maybe I already have it. Maybe that's why I recognize it. Inventory. Uh, ah, see, it's hard. I guess it's hard to see because the required images over it that I didn't really get it. I've never really used the weapon that much. So okay, 203. I wonder what damage. Does it say? Does it say the damage is probably 375? It's not really that powerful. Considering it's such a massive looking, it's a really stylish looking cool weapon, but it doesn't really seem very powerful. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'll have to upload now. I don't know if I've done every test I was thinking of. I can't, I'm getting way too hungry to remember anything I'm saying right now. Okay, better go. I'm just saying, is there any other good weapons there? No, wait, hold on. If I throw the grenades now, again, we're putting time. I don't know why I'm doing this again, but to add a couple more minutes onto my save file. 18328. Checking everything's back to normal. Yep, it is. And everything's the same as usual. I don't even remember how I got so many specs available to me in the first place. I'm kind of annoyed that I don't know that now. But was that a year and a half ago it was like that? Oh, Jesus, I have to go back to the earlier saves to find out. Anyway, I will save, and it should add on, hopefully. So 18328, select. Yes, and it did. I will upload now.